The full-size sedan market has definitely seen better days, but hear me loud and clear, it ain't dead yet. And the 2020 Genesis G90 is proof of that. If you're new, please consider subscribing as it really helps out my channel. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more quality car content. The links are in the description. A special thanks to Zimbrick Hyundai Genesis for letting me film with this G90. Make sure to check them out for all your Hyundai Genesis needs in the Madison or southern Wisconsin area. Sedans are on their way out. As consumers increasingly wish to sit up higher and lug more stuff around, this once dominant and far better looking section of the market is seeing cuts and cancellations all across the industry. That's why it was so surprising and refreshing for people who care about cars when Hyundai announced they would be spinning off Genesis as its own luxury brand and launching it with, what, 3 sedans? Some called this a serious misstep on Hyundai Kia's part, but I think it was amazing. Name one other car company whose products don't cost over $300,000 that has no SUVs. You can't. Genesis is the only one left. Now, of course, the executive overlords at Hyundai have since realized their mistake / last-ditch effort, and the arrival of Genesis's GV80 SUV is imminent. And then there were none. Okay, enough mourning the death of the sedan. While they're still around, how is this one? Ooh, it's really nice. I normally try to stay away from styling because of how subjective it is, but wow. The G90 turns heads like a car 3 times its price. It's big, it's bad, and it's in your face. This is a villain's car, and what's better than that? The grille and the headlights let the world know that some big baddie is riding around in the back. This model you see here doesn't have the awesome monoblock / diamond pattern wheels that I would say are a must. Equipped, the wheels complete the package of spine-chilling evil and awe. People like Theon Greyjoy's dad in John Wick could ride in the back of a G90. The exterior is the biggest change for the G90 in 2020, which, believe it or not, only received a facelift for the model year. From the outside, you would be forgiven for believing it's a complete redesign over last year's model. Inside, though, it's easier to tell the similarities. Nothing has truly changed, but that's completely fine. I love this model's white and brown interior. I don't know how it will stand up to the wear of jeans and pressed suits, but it looks amazing now. Genesis hasn't tried anything new in the G90, and that's a-okay. Instead, they've taken what works from other automakers. While the Germans attempt to outdo themselves with innovation, Genesis is completely content with taking the backseat and waiting to see what comes out on top. The product of that mindset is a well laid out and comfortable cabin. Up front, the chauffeur / getaway driver, depending on the time of day, has simple analog gauges with a crisp, easy-to-use center screen. The infotainment is likewise simple, and the addition of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto let you know pretty much everything you need to know about that. In the back is where the real action is. Folding down the center armrest, the Mafia boss will find a slew of controls at his or her disposal. They can control the front infotainment if they desire. They can move the front passenger seat out of the way for more legroom. They can control the power rear peasant blocker. Controls for the side peasant blockers are found in the window switches. And they can control the rear climate and their heated seats. No, they cannot recline the back seats or cool their suits, but there are small things you sacrifice to pay $50,000 less than some of the competitors. And at the end of the day, that's what the G90 is all about. It has the presence and like 80% of the luxuries of a Mercedes S-Class for, in some cases, half the price. This G90 was stickered for around $75,000. That's how much you would spend on a decent E-Class. And in our economically depressed world, who doesn't want to save tens of thousands of dollars? Lastly, I feel it is my duty, as a member of the generation who will have to deal with the consequences of climate change, to inform you of this vehicle's fuel economy and emissions and how it stacks up against the competitors. The model you see here is powered by a 3.3-liter turbocharged V6 through all 4 wheels that gets 20 miles per gallon and emits 451 grams of carbon dioxide per mile. There's also a 5-liter V8 on offer that gets 17 miles per gallon and emits 500 grams of CO2 that I would avoid. Lexus, Audi, and BMW all offer hybrid versions of their full-size sedans. the two Germans being plug-in hybrids while the Lexus is a standard hybrid, that emit far less, though all of them are tens of thousands of dollars more expensive. And the aforementioned E-Class can be had as a 4-cylinder for a similar price, which gets 25 miles per gallon and emits 354 grams of CO2. But the G90 is a welcome alternative to the Germans' high price tags. It is a great vehicle, and you should definitely consider it if you have $75,000 to spend on a car. I wish more people were going to buy the Genesis G90, but I know the GV80 and all the other SUVs will fly off the dealership lots, while the G90 and other sedans sit and wait, slowly vanishing into obscurity.